It is a sign of just how much things have changed since the pandemic first began more than 2 years ago.
Tonight, the CDC is dropping its social distancing recommendation of staying at least 6 feet apart.
And you no longer need to quarantine if you're in close contact with someone who tests positive. CBS 2's Astrid Martinez has more now on the changes moving forward.
What a difference a couple of years makes, from empty pandemic streets to closed parks, and forget about getting close to people. Remember all those social distancing signs?
I think New York is coming back to the times where it was free and very happy times.
Those reminders of a COVID-19 shutdown will now be a thing of the past, and many New Yorkers are looking toward the future.
I get used to the guidelines, but I feel good about it. Very good, very positive.
While the pandemic is not over, the CDC says it no longer can severely disrupt our daily lives. Thursday, federal health officials are relaxing and revising its COVID-19 guidance, saying no longer do people have to quarantine if exposed to the virus, regardless of vaccination status. Instead, the CDC recommends masking for 10 days and retesting 5 days after exposure. They're also dropping the 6-foot standard in order to reduce the risk of exposure.
The CDC is trying to consolidate and simplify its guidance and remind us the pandemic is not over, and a lot more people still need to get boosted.
Part of the CDC's reasoning in lifting the quarantine recommendation for anyone exposed to the virus is the increase in people who have COVID-19 antibodies. As the number of weekly COVID cases has fallen significantly among children, the agency also cut back on several COVID-19 recommendations for schools, including removing strict social distancing measures and test-to-stay strategies where students exposed to the virus could remain in school as long as they continue to test negative. As for New York residents like Ron, he'll enjoy the new lax guidelines and keep his mask handy.
I still like to have it in a taxi. And even a Broadway show, I'm more comfortable wearing it right now because there's just so many people so close. But I'm happy it's lifted, and I think most people are happy.
If you do test positive for COVID, you should isolate immediately for 5 whole days. Isolation can end once symptoms and fever is gone. In Midtown, Astrid Martinez, CBS 2 News.